Hey, we're back. So we're picking up on a topic that we started last week with soap. She got some,
Fowl's nip.
and
This-
I have some.
This one says Zout and yours says Purex. So I have no idea. The exact same thing. You can buy these. Amazon has them by the case. I don't know why yours is a different one than mine because I bought them all at the same time.
I don't understand that either, but hey, I was just trying to look and see, because like mine says purex.com, but yours says, I don't know.
And
So what is
your-
Zout? She's trying to, we got on the discussion of yes. I mean, part of me would love to be Italian, but
That's a big mist.
But and so she says, okay, so now she got the Fells naphtha, and she was naming some, and I'm like, but that doesn't make me Italian.
You're gonna scrub you clean. Good for poison ivy. Look it up. See, I was laughing. So you want to be an Italian? You got to know how to talk like an Italian.
I can talk.
You got to know a few words. Strunza, strunza. You're stubborn like a donkey. Don't be a strunza. Don't be bad. Or cicoria. Now, cicoria means dandelion. I love to call somebody, don't be a cicoria. A dandelion. But a bigamist, you know what a bigamist is?
Yeah, but I know what a bigamist is.
No, it's a bigger fog. It's like a cloud, bigger mist. See, I gotta speak the Italian part. So I will tell you an Italian joke.
Mario and Luigi. See, and I know Mario and
Luigi. Hey, Luigi, what you got? I got a broom handle. Are you in the service? Yes, I'm going to. Is that your weapon? Yes, I'm going to sweep them up. Hello. We could just go on and on. I wish my sister were around here because of the two of us, we could get going. Or my mom. Oh, my goodness. And my relatives. But they used to tell this joke. I might have told it before on our podcast. Who knows? I'm old. I forget.
You forget about it.
Big a mist in here, big a mist. Lots of fog. I'm a tuntalida. There's another tuntalida. That means like you're not quite with it, the programming. That could be tuntalida in every day. So this Italian gentleman is building a very fancy home. Courtyard, the whole thing. So he calls his contractor. He says, hey, Luigi. He says, yes, Pedro? He says, I want a statue in my home. I want a statue in my casa. So Luigi says, okay, what kind of statue you want? You want a Michelangelo statue, a David statue? You know what you want? No. I want a statue. See, I get my Italian hand in. What's wrong with you, Luigi? Don't you understand a statue? He goes, I understand the statue. I see the statue. You go to church, you see statues. You want the Blessed Virgin. You want the Jesus. What kind of No, Luigi. I want one of those statues that go ring, 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 and you pick it up and you go, hello, statue. You have to live in an Italian family to understand.
Oh, that's funny. But see, I was having more fun watching
me.
Oh my gosh.
That's what happens when you
So
grow up.
Pedro is Italian too?
Yeah, that's Italian too. Yeah, my grandfather was Peter.
So Pedro, okay.
Yeah. And if you, lots of times, especially around here, the Mexicans will speak with the Italians, like Marinos, and like, wow, they understand each other perfectly. And
There's something.
it's a Latin, it's a Romance in Latin language, so the words are very similar, So it's funny, but Italians, I guess. And if you want to really watch Italian, go to Stanley Tucci's, discovering Italy, and he goes around the provinces, and and we talked about this a long time ago. He talks about the different foods.
I've been watching some Italian stuff, and I watch all these Italian nonas and stuff on my Instagram. I hook up with, it's an Italian part of the Italian part of New York also, and
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
take you to all the food places. But then they're talking this, but then you get the nonas that still have the Italian in them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's fun. I love it.
And they like it to grab your cheeks.
And some,
Ooh,
and
it
then
hurts still.
then there's one of them is it's a funny sight, and it's like Italians. This is how Italians say it, but this is like, I guess it's like, this is what it means, or this is how an American would say it, or this is how an American say it. This is what an Italian would say, kind of like a statue, kind of like a bigamist,
bigamist.
a bigamist.
That's a bigamist. It's like, what the hell?
I know, because when she was like, you know what a statue and a bigamist, and I'm like, yeah, but that
We got our dictionary right here to look it up. This is not the Italian dictionary.
But it's kind of like, when you're doing that southern stuff too, like when
oil,
we say
oil,
oil.
or oil. So
Oil.
are you talking about oil or the dish or the detergent all? All. So it took me a long time. Some of you don't have that real deep southern accent. And some of the older gentlemen do, like the guy who built our house. My husband would say to me, what did he say? And I said, well, I got 2 or 3 words. So I think this is what he's doing.
Well, and see, my husband, he has the part of like because some Canadians and all came down this way.
Oh,
So
sure. French Canadian.
He has the Canadian sound. So when we were first dating and up here and stuff, and he was telling me stuff, he was like, a boat, house, mouse. And I'm like, what? And he was like, a boat. And I'm like, a boat? And he's like, no, a boat. And I'm like, spell it. Because I'm like, and I said, because you sound like you're saying a boat. And he said, okay. I'll say it your way. About. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. But see, now my dad was from a region in Florida, and he said Coner.
What?
He's like, Karen, go sit in the corner.
Oh, corner.
And I'm like, Coner. And he wanted me, and he would get so mad when I wouldn't say Coner. And I'm like, it's a corner. It's a corner. And he's like, no, it's a corner. And I'm like, no, I don't care how many times
It's
you
got
say
an
it.
R
It's
in
not
there.
going to be a corner. So, yeah. So, I mean, everybody has a little bit different. But even now, so I have to watch with my husband. Because like I said, it'll be a mouse, boat, house. And then I can tell other people, and I'm like, oh, Canadian, huh? So when he goes to Canada on his trips and stuff, they get along fine up there because they're talking that kind of same type of.
It's like that northern Midwest sort of has a little a little inflection in their sentencing. Have you ever watched Fargo? There's a program called Fargo, and they have that little and I can't do that. I'm really good at Italian, but I can't do the Fargo. But it has a little accent, and they have an inflection when they say something. It's like, what is okay? We'll go to Boston.
Oh, I know, Boston. See, I love northern accents. They make me laugh.
Yeah,
too.
but Boston is, my daughter says, park the car. They leave the R off. So park the car. If you do caca, that's something else at our house. Caca, you did a caca outside. The doggy did a caca, so if you park your caca.
And there's a commercial on TV about the Boston Lago or something. Anyway, they're doing that accent in Boston. And I'm like, oh, I just love it.
Yeah, but when they say pizza, they say pizza. So instead of
they add R.
They put R on that one and take the R off a car. It's like, how did you do this? You drive a car pizza. My daughter used to go, what's wrong with them? I said, well, I hate driving in Boston. You drive that major throughway that goes from New York to Boston. You take your life in your own hands because they're crazy. It's a nice place to visit, and that's about it. But yeah, they have cars, they drive their cars, and they eat their pizza.
And they eat their pizza. But there are some Southerners that add the R's.
Yes.
If you've noticed that. There's some Southerners that add.
It's kind of funny. It's just fun to listen to different people. Now, my husband, we were watching a show the other day. I think it was a House Hunters. He says, boy, they have a Southern accent. And I'm looking at him like, No, I don't think they really do. I said, have you been in the South too long? It's like you hear Southern accents when it doesn't exist.
And see, because like we're like thang.
Dang.
We do. We
A
tend
little
to add
bit different.
R's or we drop stuff.
Do you put all in your car? No, I put oil in my car. You sure you don't put? Well, that's what I said. You put all in your car. No, I put oil in my car. All goes in the dishwasher. No, in the washing machine.
I use, and I say, of course, I'm famous for y'all.
Y'all. WYYAWL.
Y-A apostrophe L-L. And it's you all. Y'all.
Balls.
Y'all.
Boats y'all to one side, don't they? We're having fun. You can make fun of me too. It's okay. I get sometimes like if people say like I didn't do that. I'm like, didn't, how you spell didn't? D-I-N-T. It's didn't do it. Okay.
Yeah, because you hear, oh no, I didn't. Oh no, you didn't.
It's like,
yeah, I know you
didn't. Okay, didn't. All right then. So, but it's
yeah,
okay.
because Southerners.
Yeah, but
we
this
don't
person,
enunciate
I know it does it.
everything.
She's not even a Southern, unless Maryland. Is Maryland considered Southern?
I don't think that Virginia is. I don't feel like Virginia would think Maryland is Southern. It's
Nope, guess not. Anyway, so it's yeah, fun. Language is fun.
it is. It's that's why pronunciation and trying to, but you've still got to keep your roots, I think.
It's fine. Again, we go back to the two subjects that need to be taught is English or reading and math. That's it. Because it took me a long while. I was not good in grammar. Probably still not. But I have my friend, would you check this for me? But like for them, for me, you and I, and it would be, it's not really you and me, it's you and I are going, because we're the nouns. It's not you and me. It's me is an object of a preposition, and you and I are the nouns. We are going to talk. But some people, it's now I've noticed it all over. They'll go, me and him are going. What? To where?
Well, and that's and I'm sure that I don't say everything correctly.
And I know I don't, but I try to go back and say, "What's wrong with you, Strutzel?"
And one of my old bosses and stuff, because you'd say, well, like if you said anything, well, where's it at? Behind the A and the T, the preposition or whatever. I mean, he did not like that at all, and it's the way. Yeah, we do say a lot of things that, but
and I won't correct people, because I think it's right now everything is acceptable. I guess most everything. And we even changed, now we just print, we don't use cursive, so things are just going down as far as education.
Pretty soon, 2 and 2 will not be 4.
You mean it's not 5?
Depends on who's counting the change back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's, and
see, when I was counting the change back the other day at the game, then somebody was talking to me. I had to go, wait a minute, stop.
No, you did it the right way.
But I needed to get back in my head again. It was 1, 2. I mean, 1 plus 2, and that makes 5, and then 5 plus and 10.
Because they bought a piece of pizza.
Yes.
Which was $3. Inflation. It was 2 last year.
So
you did the 3,
and then
4, and 5, because they gave you a 20.
But I had to stop and think, and I was like, no, don't interrupt me.
Because, was it me? I don't know. Somebody came over on the side and they said something.
Yes, and so I was just like, I can't talk and do this at the same time.
That's right. But, and I'm watching her, I'm like, yeah, she's doing it the right way. Mm-hmm. That's my Soot. My Soot knows how to do these things. That's why we're friends.
I might not be sooty anymore after Phil's nap.
Phil's nap. You won't have poison ivy either.
Well, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah. That's good. How you spell good?
Good.
I don't even know how to spell good. G-U-U-D.
G-U-D.
G-U-U-D.
It's good. That'll make you spell gnocchi. That'll get you.
Well, I do know it starts with a G.
Mhm,
But see, the English language is so hard to teach anyone. I don't know about the Italian language. I know Spanish is easier to learn in some things, but the English language is
I think
very
Italian
difficult.
is because it's Roman, it's Latin. They're all the Latin. Have you ever seen that Facebook post where somebody will have a whole paragraph and you can read it as long as each word starts and ends with the letter that it really is spelled with? And yet the word is all mixed, the letters are all mixed up, and you can read it because in your mind you've got that word there. It's kind of cool. I'll see if I can find that. It's really neat.
Well, I have played some word games like that because my mind sometimes can sit there and I can see something or pick it out, amongst the jumble and
Yeah.
stuff because your brain can. And I think those are fun just to keep your brain kind of.
Yes. The word scrambles. They're fun.
I love word scrambles,
Yeah,
and I like, and sometimes people write everything backwards, and I was like, if you can read this
That's
backwards
it.
and know what the sentence is.
Yes, or upside down. Yeah, I got it. Now what? Can we do another thing? Because those are fun. To me, they're like puzzles.
I told my husband the other day, I said, I think we would be good at doing an escape room. I think between the two of us.
That would be fun.
Because with the way
We would
his
look for
brain thinks
clues,
and
yeah.
then the way my brain thinks, I think together we'd be able to get out of it.
Did you ever see, what is that one with Tim Allen? What's the show that he has?
The tooling?
Not the tooling, the more
Oh, the Last Man Standing?
Last Man Standing, where his youngest daughter is the real dwip, right? And
No, she's the smart one. The
middle one is,
she's,
and she marries the kid. And the
Mhm.
smart one, the oldest one, who's very smart too, and her husband invite them to go to the escape room.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to look.
And
that
they
one
can't
up.
figure it out, but the DeWitt and her husband figured it out from just, oh, look at this. This doesn't look like it belongs. And they got out of it. And the other two are like, why do we invite them?
Because it wasn't making sense to them, right? But it was
did
just
not.
the way your brain.
Because it was the way their brain, and they were, they weren't stuck on looking into the depth of it. They were just looking at, oh, that doesn't look like that belongs there. Let's put it over here and open it up, So it's kind of a way to look at things like, yeah, everybody has their talent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really kind of, it's really cool.
Very much so. All right. Well, I guess you're getting ready to leave on your trip, right? And soon. It won't be too long. We won't.
Tomorrow.
But it's going to be all good. And
yep.
I can't wait to hear stories when you get back.
Well, we'll be sitting in a blind probably. I got to remember to take my marshmallow roaster in case I go up near the fire to roast some marshmallows. Bring marshmallows, Joanne. And then I can tell you a story about a pool and a pear tree. That's a whole other story. I'll tell you about that later.
Okay, so and then you got to think of some more Italian jokes because you're really good at that, or at least some good Italian story. Because that is so funny. I can't wait to go back and watch this one. It's gonna make me laugh. Statue, what's wrong? I know a statue. I know what Michelangelo. I know the mother. Yeah, that's funny. No, a statue.
Hello, statue. Sounds just like one of my relatives.
See, I do see, like, when I'm listening to like there is an old radio show and it's these two Italians, and I think it's Luigi and it might even be Mario, but anyway, I love listening to them because they do.
Hey, Luigi.
It makes me laugh because some of the things they try to bring out, it's like
what's wrong with you? You got hit upside the head. You so. And I'm not saying the naughty words. Pasta fazool. Macaroni and beans.
So what is the
I'm not going to say the naughty words.
No. What is the dandelion again?
Cicoria.
Cicoria.
Go pick some cicoria. It's very good eating too.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to head off, but you take care and
yes.
Make sure you laugh at this one. This one's a good
funny
one.
one.
All right.